printed photo. Gee, how photography has changed over the years. You know, I was a photojournalist back in '92. I did a media degree in Canberra Uni, and back then we were doing film photography, developing in dark rooms. We were doing things like sandwiching negatives, all that kind of thing. And now, of course, with digital photography, haven't things changed? So many people have millions of photos on their phone, but really, what happens if your phone crashes or if you don't have the photos backed up? You know, how often do you go back over your photos? I must say, I love printed photos. I have so many photos now of my own collection, as well as so many I've taken for clients over the years. For those who don't know, I started a photography business before I started a media business back in 2002. At the time, I was working as a journalist at the Sun newspapers. And in 2005, when I left my position as the entertainment reporter at the Sun newspapers, the business evolved into a media business. And there were many years there where I resisted going to digital photography. I was like, no, it's not going to be as good as film photography. You know, film captures the skin tone and, you know, etc., etc. And in the early days, it definitely was not as good as film photography. Nowadays, though, oh my gosh, digital photography is unbelievable. I have done front cover magazine photos. I have freelance for media all over the world using digital photography now. And nowadays there's a bit of a dying art a little bit. It's actually even more special now when you see printed photos at functions, where I do 6x8 photos. Now, I've been doing this kind of photography at functions where we'll take people's photos at the beginning of the function and then we'll go back and sell them at the end of the function. And there's one company here on the Gold Coast that's celebrating their 20th anniversary this year. It's Women in Racing, and I have done nearly every one of their functions for the last 20 years, and it's such an honor to be taking photos of these ladies. And I've actually got a bit of selection out here at the Sheraton Mirage in Main Beach area of the Gold Coast, and there's the front entrance here, and I've just actually laid a few out here to show you some of the types of photography that I do still nowadays. Although this time, instead of using film photography, I do it with digital camera. And as you can see, that's the kind of quality of the photos there that I do. And I still love that kind of photography. And I had a friend of mine, Clinton Smith, here, who was saying, you know, I'm surprised you're still doing this kind of photography. Well, you know, I earn a lot more in my media business than I do doing this kind of photography, but I still love it. And I love it when people absolutely love their photos. It's such a beautiful memory for them. And to actually have the printed photo to show to their family, it's a beautiful thing and something I'm incredibly grateful to do. So how about you? What are your thoughts about printed photos versus having millions of them on your phone? Now, there is quite an art form to taking good photos, of course, no matter how many digital photos you take. If you don't have your technique right, if you don't have the framing right, the lighting right, if you don't capture that special moment, etc., you're still not going to end up with great photos. So I do highly recommend get some professional photos done. I do PR photos for people as well. We still do that kind of thing, and videography, etc. So if you want some great professional photos, then reach out and I can look after you there. As I say, it's not the main thing I do nowadays, but I absolutely love it. I've done literally, I would say, millions of photos over the years. It's insane how many, and very grateful to everyone who's supported me with my photography work over the years. Very grateful for you. For anyone who would like to get some photos done, then reach out. I can definitely capture your best angle, make sure you get some fantastic photos for your social media, for your media, traditional media. If you would like some great photos, then reach out. You can book a call on my calendar link, which is in my link tree /Aldwin. That's linktr.ee/Aldwin. Now, what about you? Do you have a whole lot of printed photos? Every now and then, do you go back over them and do you look at them? I must say, I love looking over photos. It's so nostalgic. It's so beautiful to be able to treasure memories. And you know, I've had phones that have crashed with thousands of photos in them, and I've lost everything because it hasn't been backed up properly as well. So if you do have a whole lot of photos in your phone, I recommend back them up ASAP and get some photos printed and really appreciate, you know, having, it's kind of like watching a magazine online versus having a hard copy magazine, or having an ebook versus an actual book. It's the same thing with photography. I think it's really nice to be able to touch and hold a photo and to look at it, appreciate it, put it in a frame, put them up around the house, etc. So huge congratulations, happy 20th anniversary to Women in Racing. Thank you, Baslin and Jenny, have supported me over all these years, and all the beautiful ladies who have also bought my photos over the years. I've sold thousands of them, not just with Women in Racing, but many other functions I've done. Literally, I would have done thousands of functions, I'd say. In fact, back in the early days in Brisbane, I did photos at Brentley's Theatre Restaurant, Crazy's Comedy Restaurant, if anyone remembers that, in Paddington. Some amazing, you know, theatre restaurants I've covered, and phenomenal functions, places where I would never have gone normally if it wasn't for this kind of work. So I absolutely love it. Very grateful to do what I love and love what I do. Sending you much love and blessings today, and here's to celebrating more great photography. Have a beautiful day. We'll chat with you soon. Bye.